Hello again, class. I'm going to read you a story called You Can Do It, Sam. We haven't read this book in class yet, but it's one of my children's favorites. Okay, here we go. Look at the picture. It happened one winter morning on Plum Street, and the moon was still up, making moonbeams and shadows on Plum Street. Oh, I wonder what happened. In the little white house, Mrs. Bear and Sam were baking cakes. They stirred with big spoons, swirling and tasting the batter. They peeked in the oven at 2 rows of cakes, golden brown cakes for their friends on Plum Street. Oh, those cakes look delicious, class, don't they? Maybe you can bake a cake while you're at home this week. Come on, cakes, whispered Sam. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Mrs. Bear and Sam waited for cakes. Now can we go, Mama? Now, said Sam. Soon, Mrs. Bear said. Soon, Sam. Where do you think they're going? And who do you think is here on this page dancing around the kitchen? Little mice? Oh, my goodness. They waited and waited, and then at last Mrs. Bear sniffed the air with her nose in the air and said, I believe our cakes are ready. Look what Bear is doing. He's licking the batter. Do you ever lick the batter when you eat and make cake? I know I do like to lick the batter. Mrs. Bear and Sam counted cakes, and there were 12. They tucked them in bags, and there were 12 red bags. Outside, snow tumbled on houses and sprinkled the trees. It powdered the yard and Mrs. Bear's truck. Mrs. Bear and Sam climbed up in the truck that was green. They bumped along in the early light, just the 2 of them on Plum Street, uphill and down, up and down, to the very end of Plum Street. Our friends will love my cakes, Sam told his mama. Well, of course, Mrs. Bear said. Mrs. Bear pulled up close to the first sleepy house. We are here, Sam. I'll wait here, and you take the cake. All by myself, whispered Sam. Go, 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 Mrs. Bear put her arms around Sam. You can do it. And off he went, all by himself in the new snow. All by himself, waving a red bag and waving to Mrs. Bear. All by himself, taking cake to their friends. Sam left the red bag at the door. The sign on the bag said, a tasty surprise. Then he ran back to the truck where his mama was waiting. I did it, said Sam. Of course, Mrs. Bear said. Mrs. Bear and Sam bumped along, just the 2 of them, uphill and down, up and down. At each sleepy house, Mrs. Bear stopped the truck. She put her arm around Sam. Here I go, whispered Sam. Go, 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 Mrs. Bear said, and off he went, making tracks in the new snow, waving a red bag and waving to Mrs. Bear, leaving 1 tasty cake at each sleepy door. All by himself. Until they got home. There were 2 cakes left in 2 red bags. Said Mrs. Bear. For us, whispered Sam. Of course, said Mrs. Bear. Mrs. Bear and Sam held hands on the path to the little white house. And the sun was just sunning up the little white house. "Hello, house," said Sam, and they went inside, kicking snow off their boots. Mrs. Bear poured cocoa in cups, and they wriggled their toes in fat socks, enjoying their cakes with cocoa. As their bellies filled up, they took turns telling stories. Stories about a bear called Sam who takes cakes all by himself to his friends, and they all love his cakes so much. And that's what happened one winter morning on Plum Street. Look at them enjoying their cake. I see two other creatures enjoying cake as well. Do you see them? Here and over here. Looks like this one's toasting his toes by the fire as well. And I bet they live right here in that mouse hole. The end. I hope you enjoyed that book, and I will be reading another one to you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day.